And I just want to say thank you.
Anyway, let's look at one of these tech billionaire oligarchs speaking at the inauguration.
My heart goes out to you.
Did he just Sig Heil?
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization.
Elon Musk just did a Nazi salute while speaking at one of Donald Trump's inauguration events. Just take a look at this clip. So, what was that? What was that? On day one of Donald Trump's term, day one, Elon Musk is doing stuff like this? Really? Folks, I don't know why Elon Musk did this, but he should apologize immediately. That is absolutely disgusting. It's just absolutely gross. And what I do know, America, is that we are in for a very rough and very long 4 years.
I cannot believe this happened today at a presidential inauguration in the United States of America.
Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Every American should be outraged by this, but no, it's met with cheers and applause. It's met with support. I mean, I can't believe this is happening in the United States in 2025, but it is. History is repeating itself. People need to go back and look what happened in Germany in the 1930s. This cannot be taken lightly. This cannot just be brushed off. This is serious. We are heading down a road that is going to be very dark. And at what? The expense of a few extra bucks in the grocery store? I mean, really? We've sacrificed our morals?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got to talk about the mainstream liberal media falling for the same old trick that they claimed they weren't going to fall for this time around during Trump's second administration, which is to freak out and to boohoo, whine, and cry about everything out of context. They say, hey, we're not going to do that anymore, right? We're going to try to be fair, okay? We're not just going to rage over everything that happens. Well, here's their first real test, right? The first real test is here, okay? As Elon Musk is getting a whole lot of backlash over him doing what appeared to be a Roman salute, okay? Now, the Roman salute, also known as the fascist salute, is very similar to the Nazi salute. And Elon Musk seemed to do this in a moment of emotion, right? Intense emotion over Trump being inaugurated. He went on stage and basically did this and then said that, hey, I'm pouring my heart out to you, right? But obviously that part of what he said in context is not what the media or liberals are concerned about, because the liberals are currently melting down over this, and CNN almost went into shock over this live on air. Take a look.
We'll review the troops as this rare indoor inauguration moves into the next phase. Okay, so I don't know if everyone can hear this and look at this. I'm at the Capitol Arena where the president is going to be coming, but right now, the biggest reaction that we have had so far, you see everybody standing up, standing ovation, all the phones are out. That is because Elon Musk is speaking here. There he is.
This is what victory feels like. Yeah. And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This you know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not, but this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities. Secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be?
The biggest reception of the day. You saw him come out with that odd-looking salute.
Yeah.
It was odd-looking. We're going to show a screen grab of it. And as he said, to him, the future of civilization is assured now that Trump won. One of his rousing lines for this crowd.
One of his rousing lines, indeed. And yes, that salute was evocative of things that we have seen through history. And of course, we do want to bring it up to be able to take a little bit of a closer look. But I think it's worth noting that Elon Musk has started to play in politics, not just here in the United States, but across Europe as well, including a far-right party in Germany that he has pushed. He's, of course, pressured Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister in the United Kingdom. This is something, there are some themes here for him. And as we heard here, his ambitions are sweeping. He came in, he said, this is what winning feels like. He also says we're going to take Doge to Mars. That, of course, an ambition of his entire life. I do find it interesting that he's touting government spending on the one hand. What got us to the moon and what's going to get us to Mars is going to be government money. We should be clear about that.
It absolutely will be. Just to look at this again, this crowd, every single person here is paying attention and they are fully engaged. He is a hero. He is a hero to them. I just want to look at that salute that he gave again, just if anybody missed it, we'll just show it again. He's just wrapped up here. You can hear all right, so we just showed that. We just showed that.
Right. It's worth
salute.
It was quick. I think our viewers are smart and they can take a look at that, but it certainly was. It's not something that you typically see at American political rallies. Let's put it that way.
No, it was not something that you usually would see.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Full-blown freak out from CNN. Live on air, right? And this is one of those situations where the media, they just can't help themselves, right? Elon, I would say, because he is on the spectrum, okay, we know this, he has admitted this, it is fair to say that Elon Musk probably was not aware of the gesticulations that he was making during his speech, as clearly he was extremely excited, right? So I think that it is reasonable to assume that it is possible that Elon, being a socially awkward person, probably did not think through doing that motion, right, and that gesture, right? He may have legitimately felt like, hey, I'm pouring my heart out to you, right? I give you my love and my emotions, right? And maybe he thought that, hey, doing that hand motion was an appropriate way of showing that. Now, that is one interpretation that I don't think is unreasonable to assume, because again, Elon Musk, hey, he's not the most socially apt person, okay? However, there's also a part of me that believes that this could have been done on purpose due to the fact that Elon is a troll, right? He's a huge troll. And I think that it is very obvious how to play the mainstream liberal media and how to take advantage of the mainstream liberal media. And that could be what's happening here, because we all know that they're going to freak out about this, right? They're going to interpret it in the worst way possible. They're not going to give Elon Musk the benefit of the doubt the same way they have given people like Kamala Harris the benefit of the doubt, because, I mean, let's be real. We've seen this before, right? This isn't unusual. We've seen this. But they would only interpret it as some type of Nazi salute, again, if it's a Republican, right? If it fits the narrative, okay? They would never do this with a Democrat. They would come up with all types of excuses as to why it wasn't a Nazi salute. So with that being said, knowing that they're going to freak out, Elon Musk can be the type of troll where he's just like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say, it's me pouring my heart out to you, right? And the liberal media is going to freak out, and that ultimately will distract from things that they should be talking about, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is just given the fact that Trump will be pardoning J6ers, the media they will probably spend less time talking about that and more time talking about this, right? Fake outraging over Elon Musk being weird, right? I mean, that's what they're going to do, okay? Because ultimately, that's probably what this is, okay? But again, the media, they can't help themselves because they want to paint this narrative so bad that, hey, Trump is a dictator. You see all the signs, right? These are the same people that tried to compare the Madison Square Garden rally before the election to an actual Nazi rally, right? So now they're coming out here and they're rolling out this narrative that, hey, Trump's a dictator. In fact, he proved that he was a dictator on day one, according to CNN.
Tim Naftali, you were pointing out in history, the record for executive orders on the first day is what?
But 9.
By
Biden. And
that seemed like a lot.
Well, and Trump himself didn't have many executive orders the first time around on January 20th. So he has decided to make good on his promise to be a dictator on day one. Remember that promise? That's what he's made good. I just want to make a point about how the world is watching this. You know, there are a number of foreign leaders that came to this inauguration, which was itself unusual. He also invited, the president did, invited leaders of foreign conservative far-right governments. In a sense, we had the far-right international represented at the inauguration. And the President of the United States, for the first time since 1901, in an inaugural address, talked about how this country is going to acquire new territory and threatened the sovereignty of another country. That is a signal to the far right in the world that America is now going to play the game the way the other far-right countries play, which is what we want, we take. Which means for the first time since World War II, we are no longer an indispensable nation. If we follow through with the rhetoric in the inauguration, we have become an imperialist nation. I know my friends on the left will say we were throughout the Cold War. I don't view the Cold War that way at all. We were seeking collective security. We overdid it in certain parts of the world. I know that. But the kind of rhetoric that the president used today in his inaugural speech is the kind of rhetoric one associates with imperial great powers.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? The narrative has been set by the media, okay? Trump is far right, and this is just another part of Trump's far right affiliations, okay? You got Elon Musk throwing up Nazi salutes at the inauguration rally, right? Again, it's just perfect. It's perfect, okay? The media will be distracted by this, and therefore they won't be talking about other things, like, for example, Trump and who he pardons for J6. Now, they're going to talk about it anyways, but I'm just saying there's only so much they can talk about, right? There's so much time in a day. And when the media spends time talking about this, that means they're not spending time talking about other things, right? And part of me believes that that's what's going on here, right? Part of me believes that, you know what? This type of stuff has benefited Trump so much, I wouldn't be surprised if they was just doing this on purpose, okay? I remember back when Kamala first declared and they were talking about the whole DEI thing, right? Kamala's a DEI hire. And Trump got asked about Kamala Harris's race and DEI during the Black journalist event. And Trump basically said, I didn't know Kamala was Black. I thought she was Indian. And she happened to turn Black. At the time, you had people boo-hoo, whining, and cry. Oh, why did Trump say that? He should not have said that. This is going to hurt Trump, right? This is terrible. And at the time, what did I say? I was like, nah, I don't think Trump is losing any votes. I think Trump is actually saying something out loud that a lot of people know about Kamala Harris, especially black folk. What did I say at the time? This is not going to hurt Trump. If anything, he should double and triple down on it, to be honest with you. But again, you had the people who can't stomach, right, this type of stuff. Again, they will boo-hoo, whine, and cry about it. But again, the liberal media covering it, talking about it, legitimized the issue, right? It became an actual conversation because the media was freaking out over it. When it comes to Trump talking about they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cat, mainstream little media was freaking out about it. They were boo-hoo, whining, cry racism, right? Trump hates blacks. And guess what that did? That drew attention to the issue being illegal immigration. Most people did not see this story, look into it, and then say, oh, well, Trump was a flaming racist. That's not how most people reacted. Most people looked into this story and was like, why the hell are there tens of thousands of Haitian migrants being packed into one small town? Why is that happening, right? And I don't want that to happen in my small town, right? That's how most people reacted, right? The fake outrage backfired on the media. That's what happened. And this has happened quite a bit for a long time now. These fake meltdowns from the media, the constant 24/7 Trump derangement has backfired. It actually has made Trump stronger. Okay, it actually benefits Trump for the media to boohoo, whine, and cry about stuff like this. It does. It benefits Trump tremendously. And the mainstream media, they haven't learned their lesson. I think that it works out so well that I would not put it past Elon Musk to have done that on purpose, right? Because we all know that, again, this is going to distract the media. They're going to be talking about this instead of talking about something else, right? I don't want to hear what the media has to say about the J6 pardons, right? I'd much rather hear them talk about Elon Musk and this salute that honestly was not a Nazi salute. I think it's clear that he was just being socially awkward. But anyways, I'd much rather hear them rage about this than the J6 pardons. And the reason why is because it destroys their credibility. It destroys their credibility. It is hard to be outraged all the time, right? If you're getting outraged about these little things, stuff like this, stuff they would not get outraged about if a Democrat did it, okay? If this is what they're going to do for the next 4 years, then they're going to fail. They're going to fail. Absolutely, they're going to fail 100%. So we're going to see if they fall for it. We're going to see if this is something they talk about for the next 3 or 4 days straight, okay? Because they've been fear-mongering about the oligarchy, the technocracy, fascism, Nazism, Hitler. That's what they've been saying for the last 4, 5, 6 months, and none of it has worked. Why does anybody believe that it's going to start working now? It's not. It's not. I think people are tired of being outraged over every little thing that happens with the Trump administration. And a lot of people are going to tune it out. They're going to tune it out. It's not going to work when it comes to this, and it's not going to work when it comes to the illegal immigration stuff, the mass. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So if they want to continue to do it, if they want to outrage over this, great, fine, right? Again, it has worked so well in Trump's favor. I would not put it past Elon to have done that on purpose, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say, hey, he's just socially awkward. It is what it is. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.